Hello and welcome to another MPA video. A lot of these videos that we're doing are about exercise, of course, but today we're going to talk a little bit about nutrition. And I have with me today Andrew Hollinshead, who is a farmer in Cheshire. I've been buying my milk and my beef off Andrew for some time now, and it's due to the quality of the food he sells. Andrew sells raw, organic, unpasteurised milk and beef, and I just brought Andrew along today to just tell you a little bit about the food and why perhaps we should be having this. So, hi Andrew, thanks
Hello.
for coming with us today. I just wanted to ask you then, why should we be drinking raw, organic, unpasteurised milk as opposed to pasteurised?
Well, unpasteurised milk was the original drink at the beginning of the 20th century. It's always been unpasteurised. Milk should not be tampered with in any way. It's a very, very fragile structure. The only reason why it was pasteurised, and don't let anyone tell you anything different, was at the beginning of the 20th century there was a lot of tuberculosis about, and some of it was carried in milk, and Louis Pasteur's method of blanching fruit also worked in getting rid of the TB bacterium in milk. There is really no need on this island now to pasteurise milk, but the Dairy Trades Federation and the people who process milk and sell milk, it is a good barrier for them to still use, so that they have hold of the product and then can add value to it for themselves, so they stipulate that everything's still got to be pasteurised. Milk is much better for you left in its natural state. I don't like using the word raw. That's again a word that the processors have used in order to try and make it a demeaning food. It's unadulterated, and therefore all the fat-soluble vitamins and all the other delicate fabric of the milk is kept whole, and therefore you're drinking that and getting the whole product from it. Providing, of course, the milk is being produced accurately in an organic state, or even better than organic.
So you think that this type of milk, this unpasteurised type of milk, is much better for our bodies, do you?
Indeed it is,
right.
Because if you half-cook something, which is precisely what pasteurisation is doing, yes, it would kill a TB bacterium if there was TB in the milk. We, of course, are screened for TB constantly, every 12 months. Any animal that moves, bar knackered animals, but any other animal that moves after a certain age has to be TB tested. The whole country is rigorously tested for this, and our milk is produced from grass-fed cows, as you can see behind you, and also we feed a little bit of our own grains. They're mixed, wheat, barley and oats. Man can't live by bread alone. We can't expect cattle to just manage just on grass alone, so we grow some cereals as well, which are an extension of grass. Don't get this confused with corn-fed, which is the American term for maize. We don't feed any maize here. We don't feel that is natural for the bovine animal, and so you have grass-fed cows producing grass-fed milk and grass-fed beef, with a few grains to one side, which only add to the wholesome property of both products.
Right. Why then won't the supermarkets sell this milk? Why do they pasteurise it?
Well, the whole thing about supermarkets is that supermarkets are not interested in selling decent whole food. Supermarkets are interested in making money, and in doing so they will get food from wherever they can. They will screw any farmer right across the globe, whether it be in Britain or anywhere else, to get food at the lowest possible price, so that they can then sell to the public for the maximum amount of profit. And that's all they're up to today. Their original intentions may have been good, but those intentions have now disappeared, and hence because they have bankrupted many farms, there are not many of us left, and we have to look at other avenues in order to survive. I haven't looked at this avenue for my own selfishness. I've looked at this avenue recognising that hospitals are filling up with people with more and more food deficient conditions, such as cancer, such as Parkinson's. There are many brain dementia diseases that can definitely be attributed to the fact that people aren't eating decent food, and as a consequence there are many people of my age, 50 and below, that are now suffering from these various conditions, and we all know they are. And the reason why they are is because the nutrient level of food has deteriorated dramatically.
Right, okay. So
and we've been forced to do it because supermarkets have forced us to produce basically food that is deficient. Right. Because if we were given a decent price, then we could provide decent nutrients into the soil. But we have stepped aside of that, and we of course are selling it to people like you who are paying a reasonable price, and we're getting a reasonable return so we can carry on doing it.
Right, so the supermarkets are just they're wanting to give a longer shelf life. And
well, of course, you've just mentioned a very good point. By pasteurising milk, there is a slight extension of shelf life because you've killed it. So because it's nearer dead, it isn't going to move on as a live product. What the dairies then try to do is sell you these small like products, but really in my milk it's all there in the first place. And right. To go and add 1 or 2 bacterium back to milk again, having killed it, to me that's a very dangerous thing to do.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Right, thank you. So there's a brief snippet on the quality of the milk, of Andrew's milk, and why we should be supporting our local farmers. So if you get the chance, if you want to come, if you're in Cheshire, you want to come see Andrew for Andrew's milk, give me a shout at the fitness centre, contact us on the website moveperform.co.uk, or if you're not around local to us, support your local farmers, help them out, give it the quality, eat quality good food, because this is where it's coming from, and when it's going to the supermarkets it's being deteriorated as it goes round. Keep it local, keep it close to you, and eat the good food. Okay, thanks Andrew.
Thank you.